Good morning everyone, my name is Alex Dodds. Welcome to episode 102, a special Christmas edition of Dodds Diaries. Today is Saturday 10th of December, just 2 weeks from filming this till Santa comes down the chimney. I always look forward to Christmas every single year. Time is now silly o'clock, it's 4:47 in the morning. With a temperature of minus 5 degrees Celsius. Look outside. Cars iced up and all that. I've just spent time de-icing my car this morning. And for this Christmas special, I'm heading down to the British capital, London. But unlike my holiday last year, this time I'm only going for a day there and back in the same day. The last time I did that was actually in 2018. And then obviously I've had my holiday since then. Starting in Chester Street, I'm going to drive up to Newcastle, and obviously I'll explain more when I'm there, because I want to get there. I'm starving in that. This will be a fabulous day. See London at Christmas time, I think will be fantastic. Right, time for me to hit the road. For me, it's going to be about 25 minutes. For you, it'll just be a few moments. Right, so here I am at Newcastle Central Station. I parked up here for the day. Just £7 for the day. My hair's a bit messed. So off to London I go on the 6 o'clock LNER Azuma, just here. Due down there at 9:10 this morning. And I return on the 2100. Straight back to here. Back in my car, home I go. Now, down there, I will of course film a few stations. Maybe not as many as what I've done in previous times when I've gone a day out. It's going to be really busy. A lot of events happening. Plus also, the World Cup quarter-final is on. At the same time today, England play France at 7 o'clock tonight on the day filming this. So hopefully I'll be able to catch that somewhere. It's really, really cold now, -3 out here. Obviously with the World Cup being on, I'll be taking time out to catch some of that tonight. But still anyway, this will be a fabulous Christmas day out. And hopefully I have no problems getting there and back. So it's pretty quiet this morning, but this train will pack up on the way. So we'll stop at Durham, Darlington, York, Peterborough and Kent's Cross. So basically after York we go non-stop all the way to Peterborough through Doncaster, Retford, Newark and Grantham.
Yeah?
the Elizabeth II Bridge. And we leave Newcastle back here midnight tonight.
Hello, and welcome on board this LNER Azuma to London King's Cross. We will call at Durham, Darlington, York, Peterborough, and London King's Cross. The next station will be Durham.
CCTV is in operation on this service for your safety and security. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our onboard team or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
Past Bencham area of Dodds. My hometown, Chester Street, quiet. Just leaving York now, and now we go non-stop to Peterborough. Got a winter sunrise as we arrive into Peterborough.
Yeah, the first.
It's now 8:15.
Peterborough has worked at private rates than Luton. Yes. Apart from the drugs and possession of weapons.
We will shortly be arriving into Peterborough. Any passengers leaving us here, please do ensure you take all of your personal belongings and luggage with you and mind the gap between the train and the platform edge. Please do take care as you alight from this service as platforms may be slippery. Once again, please do be careful as platforms may be slippery. Next calling point is Peterborough.
This is the nanny's eight defensive players on against 65. 8 defensive players on against walking, not so fine, is it?
What was?
Hello, and welcome on board this LNER Azuma to London King's Cross.
Bit slow departing.
We will call at London King's Cross only.
CCTV is in operation on this service for your safety and security. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our onboard team or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it.
The road use and stuff. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Right, past Stevenage, and all of a sudden we've just come to an abrupt halt. Looks like the emergency brake has just been put on. Having the same problem I had last July. Hope we get going soon. Right, an update. So, driver's currently fault finding. So, we are stuck here for now. Right folks, it's 9:45, so I will be getting some refund. So, we think there's a pantograph problem on this train. This is actually blocking the southbound fast line at Nebworth, and all the northbound are alright, and the other southbound trains are using the slow line there. So, until our problem's sorted, we are going nowhere. I hope I do get somewhere soon, but this is eating into me time in London, but well, at least I get some refund. At 9:52, we are finally off and away for another 18 minutes, and then it is a full refund. So now we have to fly. Well, to be honest, I hope it does get in after 10 past, because then it will be a full refund.
Each wheel is independent powered. Each carriage has its own. You've got 2 bogies on each carriage.
So up to Welland Garden City.
It's like you should be able to lose complete power to one carriage and just keep going.
Maybe that was such as a submarine died.
They didn't get out and walk.
We have the technician had to put his laptop in between the aircraft. He's got aircraft in my head. There's the stuff.
Check what the Snapchat you got was.
Yeah.
Once you've checked, it's set off again.
It's not living thing.
Slow going, so the Hatfield we're going to be moving on to the slow southbound line. Right, coming through Potter's Bar now, so and actually we're going to be routed back onto the fast line as we head into North London. So now we should be speeding back up.
The electric bike, 19 minutes. 把车退了，退了，转干嘛？感受一下。他那个火车是你可以去纽约吗？他也就1个小时。
Nearly there now, just passing Ali Pali, Alexandra Palace, that's Bounds Green Depot. 717 over there. Just got a Hornsey and Finsbury Park to go past. And when I came down here last year, it was red hot. This year, it's very, very cold.
Yeah.
今天吃饭不要让他上桌。
没人往脚吃，还有脚。然后他真信了。
干嘛去了？
我属于跟我没到，我明天要到了，晚点到。对啊，现在不正好1小时到。
现在你跟我睡觉时间，
到了吧？
See the City of London in the distance. Passing the Emirates Stadium, home of Arsenal.
We will shortly be arriving at London King's Cross, where we finish our journey today. Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you.
This is Holloway Road.
Thank you for travelling with LNER.
Guys got the gasworks tunnels to go through.
它是就是好像是从那种海上的游轮那种，然后改，然后它就在泰晤士旁边，就是你下楼旁边那个泰晤士。哦，当时主要是。趣味无比，现在就。
我也第一次进去，我还没来过大城市，没来过大城市。
这个酒店多少？它可以加。你在哪儿订的？携程。牛逼！我操，携程便宜哦。我在
Here we are,
去年
King's
那
Cross.
个酒店200多镑，然后我第二次是想订那个在它变700多镑，我果断。而且第一次住那个没有那么好，然后第二次住那个反而真好。
Over 1 hour, 10 minutes late. I've got here eventually.
看一下不要的东西，对吗？
除了垃圾没什么标的。垃圾可以放在这里，要是有人会收。
So my day out here has been cut short by 1 hour. Right, 10:36. Here I am, British capital, London, standing between King's Cross and St Pancras Station over there. Yet again, another clot on getting down here. We're now 10 minutes late, and my train developed a pantograph fault, so it brought the train to a halt with an emergency brake, and so I've been stuck at Knebworth for a good 45 minutes. Just taking a walk through the beautiful St Pancras Station. Look at that, by the Prince's Trust. Well, what I'm going to do is jump on the tube to Westminster, because Big Ben is now chiming once again, and then I will come back up here afterwards. And down to the Piccadilly line I'll go to Green Park, and then onto the Jubilee. Right, so onto the busy tube for
everyone to let everyone off the train first. This train will be extremely busy. There are pickpockets on this station, so watch your step.
the Jubilee line. I'll have to come back here later because Winter Wonderland is somewhere around here. I don't want to see football cars as well. I've forgotten just how long these walkways are between platforms when you're changing trains here. At some tube stations, they're longer. I have this with Paris.
Circle and District line. Exit for Westminster Abbey and
Right, it's 11:30. I'm at Westminster now. Round the corner, the heart of British government, which I will go and have a look at soon. So my sightseeing has finally got up to a start, bit of a slow start. So unfortunately, my train pantograph had a problem on the way down, so I was an hour late getting here. But now I'm here. Look what I've come to see. Finally, the Elizabeth Tower, I should say, is fully restored, and Big Ben is chiming once again in all her glory, all his glory. I'll stick around to see that bong at 12 o'clock, which I have not done for many years. Look, it is absolute heaving around the House of Parliament today. Let's go down the Thames. There's the London Eye just over there. Over there, Golden Jubilee Bridges, Charing Cross Station's just round there. People will be here having Christmas holidays and that. It is heaving. Now, sadly, of course, I won't be doing any of the boat cruise or anything this time. That was because I was on holiday last year. Maybe another time I might be back here for a few days. So what plan I have while I'm here? So I'm going to do a few stations, not like King's Cross, Euston, Paddington. I might do one of them along the Thames, whether Charing Cross or Cannon Street. That depends what time I've got, because I've lost an hour today, but thankfully, for the hour I lost, I get a full refund for the journey going down. The good thing was today, even though it is cold, it is nice and sunny, clear blue skies. So I'm in the city, in here till 9 o'clock tonight. But of course, what everyone's anticipating for is the footy on tonight, the World Cup between England and France, basically to both ends of the Channel Tunnel. So later on, I'm probably going to take time out to watch that. 2 icons right there. The AEC London Route Master Bus and the Elizabeth Tower with Big Ben up there. Now, something else I must try while I'm here today is the newly opened Elizabeth line from Paddington that runs to the East End. So it runs basically like the Paris RER. Let's hope I can get a ride on that today. This is her heading west down the Thames.
Are you saying?
Over there's St Thomas's Hospital, right next to the Houses of Parliament. There's been a lot of activity going on there in recent months. Boris was out, then Liz Truss, she only lasted 45 days, and now we've got Rishi Sunak, our British Prime Minister. Might be in there now, or somewhere else. Who knows? It's now coming up to 20 to 12. Here's a closer up view of the London Route Master Bus. And as you can see, it is absolute heaving today. When I came here in July last year, all this was pretty quiet because of all the COVID restrictions. But of course this year, everything all went, and now life is totally back to normal here. So in about 2 minutes' time, Big Ben will chime 12 times for midday. And in about 3 weeks' time from filming this, that will chime at midnight to ring in 2023. Another year into the 20s.
Aber da ist doch die Stelle Okay, es reicht. Marc, magst du noch eins von uns zusammen machen mit dem Big Ben drauf? Komm, Christian, du hast die einzige Möglichkeit, jetzt links von mir zu sein.
Oh, that was fab to hear Big Ben chime again. Funny enough, those chimes remind me of the old ITN News at 10. Okay, so I can do one of me little walks today. I'm going to walk right away along Whitehall, past the heart of British government. Just up ahead, that's the Cenotaph. Got the Cabinet War Rooms over there. Got many government departments down here, whether it's Department of Health and Social Care, DW pensions and that. There's a Red Lion pub there. I'd imagine pints here will be very, very expensive. You're looking at least in the £6 something. Thankfully today, it's actually very quiet. It was packed the other day full of protesters and that. Well, it always is round here. But no, it's actually kind of quiet today. So here is the gateway to Downing Street, which has actually been since 1991, after the IRA bombings and that. Hey, what a year has been for British government. 3 different Prime Ministers in 1 year, who would have thought it? But anyway, maybe I might run the country one day. So I'm going to keep walking down Whitehall, which will take us all the way to Trafalgar Square. When I did these walks July last year, the temperature was like heat wave, 30 degrees. But this year, it's about 0 degrees out here. It is absolutely bitterly cold. But all this still gives me wonderful memories of that holiday I had last year. That was a good walk, that. And now, to the hustle and bustle of Trafalgar Square. That's the National Gallery up there. Famous painting in there is the Heroine by Constable. And here's the fountain. Trafalgar Square's Christmas tree looks, if I'm honest, a bit drab this year. And here is, of course, Nelson's Column. Now, I was expecting a fan zone to be round here for the World Cup. They had one for the European Championship last year. So it looks like if I want to see the World Cup, I'll have to go in one of the pubs tonight to watch it. There's a lot more normal traffic on the roads today. That's because on a weekend, there's no congestion charge to pay if you're driving in London. Still though, I wouldn't think of driving in the capital because it's a bit chaotic, if I'm honest. Go for a walk down to the embankment next. See, if I do a lot of walking to places, it might actually help us to save time than having to get the tube all the time. This is actually Charing Cross, tube station just up here. And there used to be one called Trafalgar Square. There is actually a couple of abandoned platforms somewhere underneath as well. It's the flag of South Korea just there. To the 29th there, there's a Route Master bus. This is Northumberland Avenue I'm walking on, one of the streets on the London Monopoly Board. So this is one of the Golden Jubilee bridges, and of course this is Charing Cross Station, where you get southeastern trains to Kent and the southeast of England. Not one of the stations that I'm planning to do today. Right, we'll head northwards. If I had the time, I would have gone right across here and then a walk along the south bank. But not this time, so I'll go back to the embankment and then up towards King's Cross Station. And then do Euston, and then maybe to Paddington afterwards. So, seen a couple of trains, southeastern ones today, so... well, one just went to Ramsgate just now. In Kent. I could go and do that station if I wanted to. So go up to King's Cross via Warren Street, or get off Warren Street down Victoria.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Train is now ready to depart. Thank you. We're closing doors. Mind the doors, please. Mind the doors.
Right, 1:25. So here I am, my first spotting session of the day here in London at my favourite terminal, King's Cross, terminus of the East Coast Main Line. And of course, as always, when you come down here, you do have to get one of those badges. But anyway, that's all done. Just do about half an hour here. Let's see what we got. One of the Thameslink trains up there. There's a 800 and an 801 there. Down there is a Lumo Hitachi set. That's where I come at to later on tonight. Now, my journey down to here should have been done on the 17th of December, in a week's time. But because of the rail strikes, which are all happening the week after this, I had to move it to today, the 10th of December. And the same to you, Santa.
Announcement. Can the passenger who is left...
Here comes an original 225, and LNER have been repainting them into the original Intercity Swallow colour. Tale of two generations.
Passengers waiting
What a sight this is. We've got an original 225 set, 3 Azumas, and a Grand Central Class 180. Gives you a bit, that just shows you progress the railways have made from the 90s up to, well, in the middle there, the present day. Passing a German Christmas market, and for quickness I'm actually going to walk to Euston station, and then I think if I do another one it's going to be Cannon Street I'm thinking of. With time getting on, I think Paddington might be out of the question for today. I'm walking along Euston Road. Behind me, the other way, heading towards Penton Hill. All these are places on the London Monopoly board.
Where's the car? Can you see the brum brum car?
Nearly there. I suppose one time I should have a race with someone what's quicker between King's Cross and Euston, walking or the tube. Anyway, let's see how I get on here. Right, it's 2:45, so here I am at Euston, the terminus of the West Coast Main Line. And as again, Network Rail have said that you don't need a pass at this station. They just said just go straight on. Okay. If anyone asks, I have to contact train reception. So hopefully, no problems this time. So there's Avanti West Coast Pendolino down there. The London Overground 378 is over there. Now, round here, they are building for HS2. And up there is the BT Tower, which was once known as the Post Office Tower.
West Coast and London Western Railway services. For more information, check with the rail operator, or alternatively go to www.natrail.co.uk.
luggage unattended on the station. Luggage left unattended may be removed without leave or destroyed or damaged by the security services. The train at platform 7 is the 1449 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street via Northampton, Courgette, Watford Junction, Milton Keynes Central, Northampton, Long Rugby, Coventry, Canley, Tile Hill, Berkswell, Hampton in Arden, Birmingham International, Marston Green and Birmingham New Street. This train is formed of 8 coaches. Platform 7 for the 1449 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street via Northampton.
There's a British Airways plane, which I would imagine is landing into Heathrow Airport. One year, I could be flying from Heathrow to further afield than where I've been so far. Done quite well this year. Got abroad twice, to Ireland and then to Greece. We had 2 Class 350s there, one of them in the old London Midland livery and one of them in the new London North Western Railway livery. And with that, I think I'm going to finish it here, because you only need a short amount of time to get a good amount of stuff here. I'm going to go to Cannon Street Station next. Right, so I got off at Bank Tube Station. Cannon Street is literally just a short walk away. And this is, I believe, the Bank of England. I'm in the City of London now. Just over there is the walkie-talkie. And on the side up there, that's what's known as the cheese grater. And that one there, it looks like a rocket. And somewhere around here, the Gherkin is around here as well, and St Paul's Cathedral. Walking down Threadneedle Street here in the City of London. You know for a fact there's going to be lots of millionaires around here. This place, one of the biggest in the world financial centres. A lot of decisions are made here. And this is the cheese grater. My God, how tall is that? That is literally going up into the sky. You think this is big? What must the towers in New York City be like? That one that I thought was a rocket was actually Tower 42. Here is 30 St Mariacs, which of course you all know as the Gherkin. I'd love to go and dine at the very top of that building. Hey, all these buildings are absolute massive here in the City of London. So that's Tower 42 there. Hey, to be round here, this is just absolute astonishing. So I'm walking to Cannon Street Station. Down there is Leadenhall Market. Cannon Street is go down the end here, then I turn right. Doing well for so far. Right, here I am at Cannon Street Station, and as always, the lovely staff here did me a badge and that did me spotting. I'm going to do about 35-40 minutes here. This will be my last spotting session of this day out as well, because then after this it's just going to be sightseeing to see the lights of Piccadilly Circus, Leicester Square, Buckingham Palace as well, and hopefully Oxford Street. I've got up to 9 o'clock to do all that. This is South Eastern Territory, of course. We've got a few 376s here and a 465 just over there. So we get services to the south and the southeast of London, and also into Kent as well. I'll probably say Charing Cross is the more busier than this one. And with this station you can do a bit of sightseeing. Got the Shard over there, and of course Tower Bridge is just over there, and then over there that is Canary Wharf, I believe, just in the distance over there. Once again, top marks from Cannon Street station. And we go to Bank Tube Station and catch the Central Line to Oxford Circus next. Try the new Elizabeth line just to the next station, which is Bond Street. This is supposed to be like the Paris RER system, so underground, but
Next station, Bond Street. Change for Central and Jubilee.
These trains look very smart indeed. Brand spanking new for 2022. And quick as well. Well, them trains look long and they're fast, and hopefully in another year I will have further rides on the Crossrail. And more hustle and bustle, but it's the brilliant atmosphere of Oxford Street, which is where I am now. And look at the Christmas decorations, they look stunning. They look 10 times better than what they do back home. There's the 139, that one called as green. And this is stunning, this. Seeing London lit up all at Christmas time looks absolutely fantastic. A lot of high street shops, most of them have their signature stores down here. So like John Lewis has it down there. And there's an open top route master doing a sightseeing tour. I would love to have done that if I had the time. So the plan for me is to walk down Regent Street towards Piccadilly Circus, where I'll have me some grub, and then Leicester Square, and then finish off tonight with Buckingham Palace. Walking down Regent Street, it is absolutely heaving with Christmas shoppers, tourists from all over the world here. It's going to be even charted tonight if England win against France. I'll find that out later on, what the result is. Well, by the time I get home, we'll either be in the semis or we'll be out. Anyway, the atmosphere here, honestly, is just absolute amazing. I wish I could be here for longer, but I have to go home tonight. Just further up here is the Hamleys toy department store. Never seen anything like it before. There's actually a lot of Moroccans walking down Regent Street because they've just beaten Portugal in the World Cup quarter-finals tonight by 1-0. Football and Christmas mixed together, or the World Cup and Christmas mixed together. I think what a great combination it is. But in 4 years' time, it goes back to its normal slot.
Unless you found a shop.
Here's the electrifying atmosphere of Piccadilly Circus.
Pero hombre, tú también, ¿no?
Down that way towards Shaftesbury Avenue and Leicester Square. See a lot of Moroccans about and Palestinians over there as well.
Si no en horizontal, así que se ve.
It is just absolutely amazing this. That's Regent Street up that way. It is absolute chock-a-block. What a day for me to be down here in the middle of World Cup fever as well. This is Leicester Square. There's the Christmas market in Leicester Square.
Last thing I should say really
the atmosphere is just so wonderful around here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching.
It is.
If you like and enjoy, make sure to
We'll move on to Buckingham Palace after this. Maybe a little quieter than here. And that'll be my last tourist stop of the evening. I'm having a wonderful day. Oh, I had me tea in a Shake Shack, by the way. You only get them here in London in the UK. They're American. I must have paid nearly £20 for mine.
5-star reviews in Frankenstein How to Make a Monster Show, so it's just a joke. Enjoy. And we're Scottish.
Right. I was going to try and get on the tube at Leicester Square. That station's shut. It is literally absolute chaos and pandemonium, so I need a bit of breathing space. So I'm going to walk back through Chinatown, which I'm doing, and hopefully I can get to Buckingham Palace before I go home tonight. Time getting on, it doesn't look like I'm going to get to Buckingham Palace now. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get on the tube because Leicester Square is shut, Piccadilly Circus is shut, try Oxford Circus. The match is on as well, so I'm missing that. It's getting a bit noisy. I just need to try and see if I can get myself out of here, perhaps. Honestly, never seen London this busy in my life. Well, again, it is Christmas, and the World Cup is on, and well, it just makes for a good atmosphere though. So with 3 tube stations shut, me, no chance getting to Buckingham Palace now. I think I'm going to have to just walk north up to Euston Road, and then I think I'm going to walk back to King's Cross and then hopefully get to a pub and watch the match. I do like crowds, but that's a little bit too hectic for me. Seems a bit quieter round here. Let's walk to Bute Street, I think. Might be a better option. Ten to 8. Bute Street station is shut up because of a staff shortage. It's not really going my way tonight, but I think as I speak, I'm just literally walking up towards King's Cross and that. And then what I do from there, I'll see. I found one tube station open, finally, Warren Street. I'll just jump on the Victoria line back to King's Cross. Right, one more tube now. Back at King's Cross. My train is that one, 2100 to Newcastle. It's the last train up to Newcastle of the night. I go all the way to there, get there 5 past midnight, and then I jump in my car and head home. There's my train back to Newcastle, 801-206. Get there 5 past midnight. I think my head's a bit done in today. Let's get home. I'm in coach B, which is down at the front, well, second carriage.
Can't wait to be in the gate sale. Oh, wait, go backwards. Oh, I can't do that. I can't think we've all made the trip.
And off home I go.
Come on! I'm going to spew.
And as I speak, England are going out.
No pressure, Ashton, but the full company's watching you right now. Not one of us, I think. I've got water.
You can order it to your table. Well, yeah, because you could get
See what we I've spent 150 today, like.
Do you know how much I spent? £23.
I must have Jamie sent me another £75.
Do you know how much I spent, Georgina? 23.
Shut up! Come on, Ashton. Are you ready? It's the worst year of our life. Take it one way. I'm in turmoil. The full train's in turmoil. It's not coming home.
Hello, and welcome aboard this LNER Zuma to Newcastle. We will call at Peterborough, York, Northampton, Darlington, Dodds, and
That's the news. England are out of the World Cup as I speak, doing this.
I'm going to ring me dad.
the next station will be Peterborough.
CCTV is an operational service for your safety and security.
I'm just making something, what a load of
If you see something that doesn't look right,
I went a bit white there. Did you think I was going to buy you? Yeah. I wish I bought makeup wipes. What a show. Oh, my son like it, clever. My son bought it. I don't mind the makeup wipe if you just have a quick fix for one. Just make your face. Yeah. God's sake, Rebecca.
Just leaving York. It's now 11:05. I've moved carriages. Obviously Saturday night, it's always a busy time. Class 170 in the platform, the dead end platform over there.
That's exactly what come on,
We will call at Newcastle, Northallerton, Darlington, Durham, and Newcastle.
Now I think that announcement did sound
The
a
next
bit wrong.
station will be Northallerton.
CCTV is in operation on this service for your safety and security. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our onboard team or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it.
I'm coming into Newcastle now. It's been a very long day. Passing over the Tyne, which always looks stunning as a midnight time. So, I will end this diary tomorrow when I get in from work tomorrow afternoon. So for you, there'll be a few moments. For me, it's going to be a good, I would say 15, 20 hours. And I will see you then. And I'm home. It's now done 7:15 on Sunday evening. So it's obviously been a few moments for you. For me, it has been nearly 19 hours. So, review of this outing. It was good. Hadn't been to London since July last year. And the last time I went in December was actually the first time I went on my own, which was back in 2009. I was quite young back then, only 18 years old. I'm 31 now. Sometimes I think I'm getting a bit too old for these long distance outings, well, going there and back in the same day. But anyway, the outing. Got on the train at Newcastle at 6 o'clock after I parked up. Yet again, getting down to London, I had a bit of an issue. So the train went past Stevenage, and then just outside of Nebworth Station, which is like 25 miles north of King's Cross, the train came to abrupt halt. The emergency brakes went on. because the pantograph on the train developed a fault that required. I think a safety device was tripped in it, and so the train just came to an emergency stand. That caused congestion going southbound. There was a train behind us that was stuck while we were there, and trains were having to use the outside, the slow lines, to get past us. So I was stuck at Nebworth, I think about at least 35-40 minutes. And by the time I got into King's Cross, and was meant to get at 9:10, I think I got there 20 past 10, an hour and 10 minutes late. It means I'm getting a full refund for the journey down, £27. Now, in this outing, this time I was just to do more sightseeing than train spotting compared to what I've done in previous years. I did a few stations. King's Cross, brilliant. Even got LNER's 225 in the Intercity livery, a tribute to the Intercity Swallow, so that was good to see the old-fashioned East Coast mainline traction there. Saw Lumo as well. Euston Station were good, but for some reason Network Rail just are not giving passes out there. They're just saying, just go on. They say to me that you don't need a visitor's badge. But I do, because with London, you know, if you get checked, God knows. But thankfully, no problems this time. In the space of half an hour, you do get quite a bit of traffic, whether it's the Overground or London North Western Railway, or of course Avanti. And the third station I did was once again Cannon Street Station. The lovely staff at Cannon Street let us on, got me badge, and was there for about 30-40 minutes. The nice thing with that station, when it was dark, you could see London lit up, Tower Bridge, the Shard, and like the view like right down the Thames and that. But mind you, doing these train spotting sessions, it was bitterly cold. I think 0 or 1 degrees at least. Now, I managed to get sightseeing done. Saw Big Ben chime again at 12 noon, which I hadn't seen a chime for since, well, many years now. And at least it was sunny all day as well, sunny blue skies. But it was really chock-a-block the whole day. Especially when I was in Leicester Square, Oxford Street and Piccadilly Circus, because at the same time the World Cup was on. The quarter-finals were played yesterday. It was Portugal versus Morocco. Morocco won 1-0, so all the London-based Moroccans came to the streets, took over them, chanted in that. Well, good on them. Unfortunately though, at the same time I was down there, England were knocked out by France 2-1. So just as I got on the train to come home, there was a lot of people that were in sheer disappointment. So was I, but another 4 years to another World Cup. Hopefully we will win, and also the Euros in 2024. But that's football anyway. These are trains and sightseeing and that. So, but anyway, apart from the huge crowds around them places, London at Christmas time is absolute amazing. It is sparkling, so lit up. But with them crowds though, I was hoping to go to Buckingham Palace, but unfortunately, after I had my tea at Leicester Square, I tried to get on the tube. Leicester Square, Oxford Circus, Piccadilly Circus, all them tube stations were shut. They were exit only. That was, I think, to prevent overcrowding. Honestly, I think if they kept them open, it would have been really unsafe. But at least I did get to see like Big Ben, Houses of Parliament, Trafalgar Square, and I was actually expecting a fan zone to be at Trafalgar Square as well. And then my head was just done in by the time I got on the 2100, and then got straight back up to Newcastle about midnight. Had my car parked there, so it only costed £7, which is good. At the moment, as I speak, it's not really a good time for the railway industry due to the ongoing rail strikes. This journey was meant to be done on the 17th of December, but on this show, I do not go on about strikes or anything like that. Oh, hello everyone. You're probably wondering why all of a sudden we have jumped from Saturday the 10th of December and then Sunday the 11th when I did the outro bit for then, and then all of a sudden now it's Thursday the 22nd of December, literally just a few more sleeps until Christmas. Well, that's because my next video outing was actually going to be on Christmas Eve, which would have been my second Christmas special. I've not had a Christmas Eve off work for 7 years, so I thought I would have took the opportunity to do that. Unfortunately though, I've had to cancel that. As you know, at the moment in this country we've got huge problems with the railways, mainly with the rail strikes. But as you know, I don't discuss rail strikes on this show, so we're causing a lot of delays and cancellations. The trains were going to be finishing about much earlier on Christmas Eve than what they normally would. Last train's leaving some places at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and so I thought, right, I'm not taking the risk, and that's it, I'm literally bailing out. But thankfully that's £29 refunded to me, and well, a few quid from Doncaster to Sheffield. My outing was going to be Sheffield, where I would have met up with Jack Newell, but that won't be happening. In fact, because of what's going on, I do not know when I'm going to boot another outing. But hopefully, of course, I will get somewhere before May next year, which is when my rail card expires. So now, this is when I do my end of year message. I can say 2022, it has been a fantastic year. And I've actually done a lot more now, with the COVID and that behind us now. Finally, I've got out to lots of places. So at the start of the year, I did an East Yorkshire round robin, met up with Jack Newell and Ricky Noyes in Scarborough. That was a nice day, that. Nice way to start the year, a few hours there and that, and then did the Yorkshire coastline southbound for the first time since 2007, from like Scarborough to Bridlington. And that was a good day, did Bridlington and Hull, and then a little bit in Leeds, then of course went wrong on the way back. My Transpennine train got terminated at York. I got back to Durham and then put in a taxi from Durham back to Chelsea Street, back to here. And then of course I had my next outing, which was down the Durham coastline to follow the Durham coastline diverts, but it was during Storm Mallet, and that was a lot of fun that day. Was hoping to get to York and then do first class back up, but that didn't happen because of the delays and cancellations that day, so refunds came there. It was still was alright though. That's the thing, when I do these Dodds Diaries, it's all unscripted as well, so anything could have happened. Then of course I went on my one night overnight stay in Edinburgh. That meant I could do Dundee and Perth, which was good, and then Edinburgh. In fact, having a one night stay gave me a chance to enjoy the city just that bit more as well. And then of course I've had my outings in Carlisle and Whitby, and then finally after 3 years I got on the plane from the Newcastle airport and I went on my first ever trip to Ireland, and that was a fantastic holiday with the Irish. A week in Dublin. Dublin's a place I would highly recommend you go. There was lots what I did over there. Even did my first ever trip into Northern Ireland, Belfast and that. And that was brilliant. Then of course I had my first proper hot holiday since 2019, and Crete in September. Greece, absolute amazing. That's another place I recommend you take you, your friends and your family with you. I recommend you do go to Crete. And then of course, since September, the last Dodds diary I did, I haven't done any diaries since this London one I've just done. And of course, Christmas Eve would have been my South Yorkshire outing. If I'm honest, I'm sort of glad I'm not actually going out as well, because I haven't been feeling that too well this week. I've actually, at the time of filming this, I am literally just coming off a batch of flu. I've got a bit of tonsillitis actually, but I'll get better. Don't worry, I will get better. But anyway, Christmas is coming. Few more sleeps. Eee. And under this Santa hat, Dodds here has had a bit of a buzz cut of a hairdo. Actually, I quite like this. Right, back on this drawers. So, as we go into 2023, what can I expect? Well, as I said, I don't know when I'm going to book any outings at the moment until the situation on the railways is sorted out, but with the way it is at the moment, God knows when that'll happen. Only time will tell. So, now, thank you very much for watching this diary and all the diaries this year, in 2022. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. By the time you see this, it'll probably be after Boxing Day, so I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas. But I wish you all a very happy New Year and a very happy 2023, and hopefully I will see you all in 2023. Good night, God bless, love you all.